Hello everybody, my name is PeachyBanjo8008 and welcome back to another episode of the Let's Play. This is the sort of Christmas tradition we've established over the past 2 years or so. The Christmas channel chat, I like to call it, although I'm going to have to find something new to name this episode because that's what I named the last one of these. But yeah, this is where we go into creative, we just do a little bit of mindless building, build a cool looking area, and then I talk about what's going on with me, what's going on with the channel, what's just channel updates, status updates, what's been going on this year, what have we done right, what can we do better next year, all sorts of stuff like that. First though, there's a barrel right here. Let's put all of our gear in there just because I've learned from experience that in creative mode you can lose things very easily and I do not want that to happen, so we're going to put that all in there. Game mode, creative, and I suppose we should probably get to building. Starting with, we probably want a path that, probably just a path that comes down here. So, 2024, it's been honestly a pretty benign year for me in terms of this YouTube channel. We did a lot of really cool stuff, but I also feel like this was mostly a more chill year, you know? Like, there wasn't any huge projects that we embarked on. I wasn't really like, I don't know. Obviously, okay, let's go sort of chronologically. So near the beginning of the year, Continents Season 1, that's weird to think about. Continents Season 1 came to an end near the beginning of this year. Or maybe even like in March or April, I'm not sure. Somewhere in there, and then Continents Season 2 started. And honestly, Continents Season 2 is probably up there for like favorite series ever on this channel. That series was so much fun to do. It was very unfortunate that the world got like deleted or whatever happened to it, but it is what it is. So yeah, that was a really fun series. I got to meet a lot of fun new people like Neat. I never would have met him if it were not for Continents Season 2. So that's always good. Also near the beginning of the year, I believe this year, if anything, this year was the year of music, I would say. I've done way more music this year than I think I've ever done in past years. And I think part of that's just due to higher interest in music this year, probably. Part of that is I've been involved in Studio Breakfast for almost a year now, right? I've been making music for Intertoast's sort of Crimson Era project for a year now, which is crazy to think about. But yeah, so that's been going on. Strides obviously came and went. Strides Season 2, which I was a part of. I made like 3 or 4 videos on there. Obviously, it wasn't the longest series, but that again was a lot of fun. And that also was a good thing for my, white wood, that's good. That was a good way to sort of practice editing better. My editing tendencies tend to be to do more sort of chill stuff on this Let's Play series, and then really try to show off my editing abilities in the multiplayer series. And I think the more multiplayer series I get involved on, the better at editing I get, which is a very good thing. So I'm excited for Stride Season 3, which yes, has been confirmed, and yes, I will be a part of that. I'm excited for that to start up. I can't disclose too much information about it, but yeah, it'll be really cool when that happens. And then, let's see. I have my phone open with just all the videos I've made this year. Oh, the 1,000 Songs project. I should probably mention something about that. Some people have asked if that's still going on because it's just been a while. And yeah, that's quietly been going on in the background. We have not reached 1,000 songs yet. I think we're at like 800 or so. And I keep forgetting whenever I hear a good video game song to add it to the playlist, so I'll let this be a reminder to everybody that if you have cool video game music, we would like to showcase that. So put it in the playlist. There should be a link in the description if I remember. But yeah, that'll be a really cool project once we finally get it finished. But the thing is, 1,000 songs is a lot of songs, so it'll take some time. But yeah, that is definitely still in the works. Yeah, honestly, this year's been a fairly chill year. Like, if I reflect on it, there hasn't been anything really terrible that happened this year, which is good. there's not anything super, like, I don't know, it's pretty in between year, which is a good thing. It's good to be content with what you have, I suppose. In terms of, I guess we'll talk about personal stuff. In terms of mental health stuff, I kind of alluded to it in the last Christmas video, and then I actually discussed it in full in that video from earlier this year, which I think, bang, 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 there we go, which is currently unlisted. That's actually been something I've been meaning to get people's opinions on. Should I unlist that, or should I keep it? Because, like, you can still access it in the unlisted videos playlist, but it isn't, like, I don't know, it's less hard to see. I published that and then realized how, like, I don't know, it felt a little too vulnerable for my liking to be right out there in the public, but I think now that it's, like, not a new video, it's not going to get nearly as many views anymore, so I might make it public again, because I do think it is genuinely helpful to talk about that sort of stuff. That's kind of a cool little gate. So yeah, in terms of mental health, I've been doing better. This year has been a whole heck of a lot better than last year in that department, which has been a very good thing. Something I've been thinking about more and more this year is how much I want this channel to be music and how much I want, I don't know, I've been trying, it's a tough balance with this channel. I think, because I do have a channel for music, but I don't want to release music exclusively on that channel, if you know what I mean. At least not until it has a couple more followers, because as of right now, like, there's a few things on that Peachy Does Music channel that do moderately well, but none of they usually don't do as well as they do here on the main channel, which makes sense. This is the bigger channel, so it's going to get recommended to more people, yada yada yada. But I also understand that people, my regular viewers of this channel, are not usually here for music stuff. Like, you guys are very tolerant of it, and that's great for me, but I understand that it is not what everybody wants from this channel. And so I'm not sure whether I'm going to phase out music entirely from this channel, or if I'm just gonna, like, post less of it. My current plan is fewer singles, which granted I didn't do a lot of singles anyway. Fewer singles on the main channel, and then, like, the only things I'll be publishing on the main channel are, like, full albums, right? And then the other music channel is, like, a place where you can go and like, listen to those albums in full. And then obviously the Bandcamp will still be linked on the main channel. None of that's changing. So that means there's really only going to be, like, a music upload once every few months or so, which sounds good to me, but I honestly don't know. If it were up to me, I would preferably have it all in one place, you know, like all the individual songs and all of the and all the albums. But at this point, that's not very feasible, just because it takes so long, and it would notify everybody, like, all the time while as I was uploading those original things, and I know people don't want to see that, and I know it's probably going to lead to loss of subscriptions, which has never been really my biggest concern, but it's still something, like, I don't want people to, I don't want to mass unsubscription just because I'm doing something that I don't have to be doing, if that makes any sense. So yeah, I still have to work out what I want to do with the music channel. Another thing we talked about a little bit last year is more live streaming. Okay, so at the end last year I set some goals for myself that I wanted to act upon this year, and some of those were more collaboration with other people, which, let's just talk about that for a second. This was the first year, I think, like, ever, that I have really done collabs with people. Like, before, and it's mostly due to voice chat, let's be honest. Before Continent Season 2, I was not a very frequent collab person, and now usually on SMP videos, I try to fit one in every episode. Of course, it doesn't always happen, and I'm still not, like, the most active in terms of, like, on Discord group chats or whatever, but it has gotten better, and it's led to a lot of fun moments, which is nice. So that is definitely a goal that I can say I have succeeded upon this year, which is good. One that I could not say the same about was probably live streaming. I tried live streaming once or twice, I think, on Strides, and it's just, my computer could not handle it. It just kept crashing. I don't even remember what was happening. The stream was shutting down, I think. I don't know. It was something odd. I still really want to do live streams, so I'm going to try that again, probably in the future sometime, but I'm not sure, I don't know, I'm not sure how it's going to work. It might just not be a possibility, at least on Minecraft, due to technological issues. I'm sure that we can probably live stream some other less demanding games, which brings me to one of my goals for this year. I actually want to, I know a lot of people say this, but I kind of want to branch out in the content that's on this channel. Right now it's like entirely Minecraft, and don't get me wrong, that is like basically the only game I play. Like, I'm not a huge gamer, but there are, that sounded so cringy, but there are things that I would like to play. Like, when I got really addicted to Uncharted Waters earlier this year, there was a scrapped Let's Play episode that was actually, it opened with me playing just regular Minecraft in the Let's Play world, and then it cuts to me playing Uncharted Waters, and then the whole episode was just going to be like half an hour of me playing Uncharted Waters. Now, obviously that never came to fruition, but I would like to be able to upload sort of stuff like that without even having to hide it under the guise of being a Let's Play episode or anything. So I think maybe next year we'll try out some different games on this channel. I know different doesn't usually perform well, but honestly, I don't really care all that much, because it's my channel. I'll do what I want with it, and that's that. In terms of other projects, so this is like a new thing for me. I'm considering making a website that documents like all of my projects, and it's where I can, so it's like, so I can have a place that connects like Peachy Podcast and Peachy Music and Peachy Banjo and the Maybe Later Show, blah 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 blah, which we will talk about. But like, I would also like that website to be a place where I can host non-video format content, if you know, like pictures and stuff. I tried making an Instagram, like it still exists, but I don't think that is the best way I could go about that. I think having a sort of blog type website would be really nice anyway for me to just post stuff on. And also, I do a lot of stuff with like spreadsheets and like slideshows and other stuff that can't really be shown on YouTube, but I would still like for people to see them, if that makes sense. So I think this is a big maybe, but I think I want to set up a website sometime in the new year, which would be very nice and very cool, and I think that would be a fun little project. Let's get back to the Maybe Later Show then. So, as hopefully all of you saw, the first video on the Maybe Later Show in like literally 2 years, something ridiculous like that, actually went up about a month or two ago at this point. And that was, I don't know, that felt so good to actually get one of those projects finished. We have so much Maybe Later Show stuff that we need to get through. And yeah, it just felt good to make some modicum of progress in that category. That was a very good thing. Unfortunately, it came at a time where I was like really sick. Like, I still don't even know what hit me, but like I lost my voice for such a long time. Like the entire month of October, I was just out. It was not fun. So I ended up having Genoese Norseman narrate that, but worked perfectly like a charm. Yeah, that was a very good video. I'm very proud of that video. I'm hoping to get more Maybe Later Show stuff done over the next year. I hope this is gonna sound like nothing, but my big goal for next year is 2 Maybe Later Show videos. One in the first half of the year, one in the second half of the year. And I think that's what I want. Any more than that, that's great. Obviously, if we can even just get like 1 out, that would be still great. But I would really, really, really like for at least 2. Let's talk about Studio Breakfast. So that sort of Studio Breakfast is the I don't want to say like the creation studio, the artist studio, whatever you want to call it. It's where the Crimson Era has been moved to, so the Crimson Era, the new episodes are going to be published under the Studio Breakfast channel. There's also some other projects that are currently in the works over there that I'm really excited for. I am currently Studio Breakfast's one and only musician, which means I have the very fun job, actually, it is very fun for me at least, of writing all the music for all the series that happen there, which is really, really, like, I don't know, it's just a really fun thing. I am kind of hoping to go into, like, a music composition field. So it's been very nice, like, experience just having sort of that thing to do. It helps me get good practice with composition. I've definitely become, I say this every year, I think, but I've definitely become a much better musician and composer over the course of this year just by doing it a bunch. And I'm learning a bunch about music theory that I was like kind of vaguely aware of, but like not consciously aware of, if that makes any sense. So yeah, Studio Breakfast has been really cool. I initially approached Toast about writing some of the music for Crimson Era actually over a year ago now, which I kind of mentioned near the beginning of the video. And currently, I don't want to spoil too much, but here, let me just check. Yeah, currently we're looking at a soundtrack for that series of around 21 individual songs, which is bonkers. That is so much music. And I'm very excited to share that all with you when the first episode of Crimson Era finally releases. I'm thinking that the music is going to be released like with the episode, so like the music that is featured in episode 1 is going to release in like an episode 1 album or something like that. I think that's the plan. I'm not super aware. I think it would also be kind of cool to just release all of the music at once at the same time as the first episode, but I don't know. I could see it going either way at this point in time, so be on the lookout for that. I do post channel community tab updates on this YouTube channel whenever Studio Breakfast, I'm mixing up all my words, whenever Studio Breakfast does anything cool, so like all the monthly updates, which you should be seeing anyway because you're subscribed to Studio Breakfast, right? Yeah, but all the monthly updates, I repost those. Basically all the stuff from Studio Breakfast gets reposted because there's a lot of cool stuff that's going on over there. And then in terms of non-Studio Breakfast music, I think I want to get another, like, one of my personal project albums out by the end of December or early January, so kind of like around the same time Locomotive was last time. I'm thinking that's what I'm gonna do, because I have a little bit left of school, and then I'll be on break for 3 weeks. So that will give me lots of time to finish up a lot of the music that I've been working on for this album for quite some time. So I'm hoping that it will give me enough time to finish up the entire album and release it. Probably January would be my guess. So yeah, I'm trying to think of if I missed anything. This is a shorter chat than last year, but there's less stuff to talk about. One of my goals, actually, I meant to say this earlier, but I forgot. One of my goals for next year is just like more uploads, right? Like, I know I have a policy of don't upload unless you feel like it, but I don't know. I feel like this year I kind of fell behind, which I feel like I say that every year, but yeah, more videos next year would be kind of nice, even if they're just like little shorter videos. I've thought, and this might be something I try for Strides Season 3. One of my new thinking is I kind of want to do shorter videos in exchange for more of them. So as opposed to like 15 to 30 minute videos once every 2 or 3 weeks, you would get like 5 to 10 minute videos once or twice a week. I don't know. That would be my thinking. I'm not sure if that's better or worse or not, because it could just be like a decrease in quality, but it could be something interesting to try with some new series. Whatever ends up presenting itself in 2025, which by the way is bonkers to think about. 2025, that is insane. Ugh, yeah. That'll be what, 5-year anniversary of this YouTube channel in March, which is like just crazy. But that's the way of the world, I suppose. Yeah, I think that's all I've got for you today, honestly. We made kind of minimal progress today on the Christmas Village, but it still looks so fun and festive, and I'm still very happy with this whole area. So yeah, so that's it. That's a wrap on 2024. I did say last year that I wanted to get to episode 65 in this Let's Play series. Obviously, that did not happen, but 61 is close enough to 65, I think. So I'm still going to give myself a pat on the back for that. Anyway, that's it for me today. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you all in the next episode. Goodbye!